Ever noticed how flight paths on your seatback map curve way up north instead of going straight across the Pacific? It looks like the plane is taking a detour toward Alaska or Siberia. But that curve isn't a mistake or a scenic route, it's the smartest way to fly. We're used to flat maps where a straight line seems shortest, but the Earth is a sphere, and the rules change in 3 dimensions. That curvy path? It's actually the shortest route between 2 points on a globe. This is called a Great Circle route, and it saves time, fuel, and keeps flights safer. Airline planners juggle the Earth's shape, weather, airport locations, and strict flying rules to find the best path. Every flight is a carefully solved puzzle, and that arc you see is the answer. We'll break down why straight lines on maps are misleading, how winds can help or hinder, and what happens if a plane needs to land fast. By the end, you'll see that avoiding the middle of the Pacific isn't about fear. It's about smart, science-driven travel. It's a masterclass in efficiency, safety, and clever planning. So buckle up as we explore the real reasons behind those strange-looking flight paths. We'll reveal how geometry, weather, and safety all come together at 35,000 feet. The next time you see that curved line, you'll know it's not a detour, it's the best way to fly. Let's dive in and bust the myth of the long way around. Planes aren't avoiding the Pacific, they're conquering it with science. Welcome to the hidden logic of global air travel. It's not just cool, it's essential. Ready to see the world from a new angle? Let's get started. Safety is the top priority in aviation, especially over the Pacific. Imagine driving across a desert. You'd stick to roads with gas stations, not risk getting stranded. The Pacific is the world's largest, emptiest ocean, with almost nowhere to land for thousands of miles. If something goes wrong, a medical emergency, engine trouble, or severe turbulence, pilots need options. Over land, airports are everywhere. Over the Pacific, just endless water. That's why flights arc north, staying closer to land and emergency airports in Alaska, Canada, or remote islands. These airports are like lifelines, reducing the time spent far from safety. Even though modern planes are reliable, the system is built on layers of backup. Pilots, airlines, and air traffic controllers all work to minimize risk. Routes are chosen to keep planes within reach of emergency landing spots. It's a simple rule: don't fly for hours over places where you can't land if you need to. That's why the northern route is so popular for trans-Pacific flights. It's not about avoiding the Pacific out of fear, it's about being prepared. Every flight plan is a balance between efficiency and safety. The loneliest part of the ocean is the last place you want to be in an emergency. So airlines stick to routes with backup options. It's the smartest, safest way to cross the world's biggest ocean. The next time you see that arc, remember, it's a path built on safety. That's how you cross the Pacific, by not crossing its emptiest heart. Here's the science behind those curvy flight paths. The Earth isn't flat, it's a sphere. Flat maps distort reality. Just look at how huge Greenland appears. The shortest distance between 2 points on a sphere is called a Great Circle. Stretch a string between 2 cities on a globe and it curves, just like those flight paths. That curve is the true, straight line in 3 dimensions. Pilots use Great Circle routes because they're the shortest, saving time and fuel. For example, flying from Los Angeles to Tokyo, the shortest path arcs north, not straight west. It feels wrong on a flat map, but it's right on a globe. By flying over Alaska, you're actually taking a shortcut. This principle applies worldwide. Flights from Europe to the US often pass over Greenland, and some Middle East to North America, flights go near the North Pole. The arc you see isn't a detour, it's the most efficient path. Flight planners use this geometry to their advantage every day. Once you see it on a globe, it all makes sense. The Great Circle route is the invisible highway of the sky. It's a mind-bending concept, but it's the foundation of global aviation. So next time you see a curved line on your flight tracker, remember that's the real shortcut. The world isn't flat, and neither are the smartest flight paths. Geometry saves time, fuel, and money one arc at a time. That's the magic of flying on a round planet. There's another invisible force shaping flight paths: jet streams. These are powerful rivers of air, high above the Earth, moving at over 200 miles per hour. For planes, a jet stream can be a huge help or a major obstacle. Catch a tailwind, and you get a free boost. Flights are faster and burn less fuel. Hit a headwind, and it's like biking into a storm: slower, costlier, and harder work. Eastbound flights like Tokyo to LA often ride the jet stream for speed. Westbound flights like LA to Tokyo dodge the jet stream to avoid headwinds. That's why the same route can look different depending on direction. Flight planners use weather models to find the best winds every day. Jet streams shift constantly, so routes adapt in real time. It's a daily dance with nature, using the sky's superhighways to save time and fuel. The wind isn't just a factor, it's a game changer. Smart flying means riding the right currents. Fuel is the biggest cost for airlines, so every drop counts. A small change in route can save thousands of dollars per flight. Multiply that by hundreds of flights and the savings are massive. The Great Circle route is usually the most fuel efficient, but wind can change the equation. Sometimes a longer route with a strong tailwind uses less fuel than a shorter windless path. Airlines also factor in overflight fees. Some countries charge more to cross their airspace. Sometimes it's cheaper to fly a bit farther to avoid expensive airspace. Flight planning is a complex math problem, balancing distance, wind, fees, and safety. Computers run simulations to find the cheapest, safest route for every flight. That curvy path is the result of all these calculations. It's not just about getting from A to B, it's about doing it efficiently. Every flight is an economic balancing act. The sky is governed by strict rules to keep everyone safe. International and national agencies set standards for everything: plane design, pilot training, and flight routes. One key rule: how far a twin-engine plane can fly from an emergency airport. Early jets had 4 engines and stuck close to land. 2-engine planes had to stay within an hour of an airport. Modern engines are so reliable that rules have changed. Now, with special certification, twin-engine planes can fly much farther from land. This opened up direct transoceanic flights for more aircraft. Airlines must file flight plans that follow all safety regulations, including these distance limits. Every route is pre-approved and carefully vetted. Even over the most remote parts of the planet, you're on a safe, regulated path. The invisible framework of rules shapes every flight. Safety isn't just a priority, it's the law of the sky. Let's talk about ETOPS, Extended Range Twin-Engine Operational Performance Standards. It's a certification proving a plane and airline can safely fly far from the nearest airport. ETOPS ratings are measured in minutes, like ETOPS 180, meaning a plane can be 3 hours from a diversion airport. To earn it, airlines must prove their planes and crews are exceptionally reliable. As technology improved, ETOPS ratings got longer. Now some planes can fly over 6 hours from land. This revolutionized air travel, allowing more direct, efficient routes across oceans. But even with high ETOPS, some remote areas like Point Nemo in the South Pacific are still out of reach. These invisible walls mean flight paths must stay within a safety bubble. ETOPS opened up the skies, but safety boundaries remain. The result: routes that balance directness with constant access to emergency airports. It's a compromise between efficiency and safety. ETOPS is why today's flights are both fast and secure. Let's see all this in action with Cathay Pacific's New York to Hong Kong flight. On a flat map, you'd expect it to fly west across the US and Pacific. Instead, it heads north, over Canada, the Arctic, and Siberia, before reaching Hong Kong. Why? The Great Circle route makes this polar path the shortest, saving hours and tons of fuel. Plus, it avoids strong Pacific headwinds, making the flight smoother and more efficient. The polar route is a perfect example of using geometry and meteorology together. But it comes with challenges. Planes need special certification, crews need polar training, and navigation systems must work near the pole. There are designated emergency airports in remote regions. This route shows how what looks like a detour is actually the smartest, fastest way. It's a testament to modern aviation planning and technology. The path may look strange, but it's the ultimate shortcut. That's how airlines connect distant cities, by flying smarter, not just farther. The map may fool your eyes, but the science never lies. So why do planes take those curvy routes? It's not about avoiding the Pacific out of fear, it's about flying smarter. Every flight path is a blend of geometry, weather, safety, and economics. The Great Circle route is the foundation, but wind, regulations, and costs shape the final plan. Jet streams can speed you up or slow you down, so planners adjust routes daily. Safety rules like ETOPS keep planes within reach of emergency airports. Airlines calculate every variable: fuel, time, fees, to find the best path. The result is a carefully crafted compromise, the optimal route for each journey. Avoiding the Pacific's emptiest stretches isn't weakness, it's intelligence. It's proof we've mastered the art of global travel. Next time you see that arc on your flight map, remember it's not a detour, it's smart flying. Science, safety, and strategy all come together at 35,000 feet. That's how we cross oceans every day. The world is round and so are the best flight paths.